Hello creatives, Windcrow here. As we ring in the new year, many of us are reflecting on where we are and where we want to go in our artistic journeys. Last year brought significant changes. AI technology improved, and art studios experienced both triumphs and setbacks. Understandably, many younger creatives feel uncertain about their futures. But I'm here to give my 2 cents on how you can carve out your creative path and achieve your goals. You'll also see me working on an illustration of Ralo Withreveth, a reformed thief and champion of the god of paths and fate. Let's take that first step. Finding what you love in art. What and why. Before you decide on where you're heading, it's crucial to figure out the what and why of your art. Why do you love creating? Is it about the joy of making things, solving problems, or working towards a vision? Next, think about your creative approach. Do you gravitate towards specific subjects, ideas, or styles? Do you prefer a structured process or a looser one? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Answering these will guide you towards a direction that resonates most with you. Big disclaimer. In order to answer these questions, you'll need to explore. If you haven't taken the time to expand your art skills or try new things, you can't really pinpoint a path. If you're relatively new, just focus on skills and exploration, and think about these things once you have more experience. Realistic goals, and art as a career versus a hobby. Now that you've considered your artistic direction, it's time to set the path. The goal is to dream big, but break those dreams into achievable steps. A lofty goal is motivating, but a realistic plan is essential to make progress. If you don't plan to get there, you won't achieve it. Now, I need to stress something important. It's okay if art remains a hobby and not a career. So many people think that a career in art is the end-all be-all for success. But it's really not. Many people achieve their goals while keeping art as a side pursuit, and over time, you may shift art into a full career. If you are adamant about a job in an art field, study the paths of successful professionals, learn the skills they mastered, apply what works for you, and gain relevant experience. Time management is key. It takes sacrifice. You'll have to say no to the things that waste your time. When we have other responsibilities and thus limited time for studying, effective practice is the most important. Take some of your study time to outline what you're going to learn, when, and the resources you need. Schedule a non-negotiable time for your passion and ensure you apply deliberate practice. Then, reflect and adjust your training regimen. Do this, and you ensure you keep up with people who have a lot more time to practice. The importance of creative resilience. Setbacks are inevitable, but your why and your discipline will carry you through. Whenever you feel discouraged, reconnect with that why and push through. Of course, don't be stupid, but remember all of the greatest creatives experience hardship. It took the creators of ElfQuest many years before they were even able to publish and revolutionize the indie comics industry. Challenges are part of every creative's journey, and perseverance is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Here are some other things you need to ensure your creative dream is viable and effective. First, study across disciplines. Illustrators should learn about music to have structure and flow. Musicians should read books to know how to tell a story that captures readers. Artists should learn math and engineering to know how things are made and how to be efficient. A lesson I gained from a course on learning how to learn stressed the importance of connecting disparate things together to build true creativity. Don't limit what you learn to just what you are immediately interested in. Expand, and you may be surprised what inspiration hits you. If you feel I've been helping you find your path as a creative, perhaps you've also found your way to liking and subscribing to my channel. Now, let's talk about the thing on a lot of people's mind, AI. I've heard a lot of creative people seeming concerned about AI. With the rise in tools like Sora and other video generators, people are worried companies will lay off staff and no longer need to hire creatives. Being honest, they probably will. We've already seen companies doing this and more will in the future. But we have to stop and think for a second. AI art generation, first and foremost, is a tool. Even with its quality, AI still feeds off of human work and prompting. Creating quality art still requires vision, skill, and direction, things AI cannot replicate. Think about some of the most popular media today: Castlevania, Marvel Rivals, the Spider-Verse movies, etc. The amount of artistic vision and design that was put into those pieces of work is at a level that AI can't replicate, at least for a few years. What I'm saying is that AI won't and shouldn't stop people from pursuing their creative dreams. AI slop will and does exist, but the backlash combined with people pursuing artistic integrity, even when using AI, counteracts corporate greed. We can already see this with the rise of indie animation and indie gaming. People want integrity in their work, and if we continue to produce and demand that, we'll create the media culture that we really want. I'd like to take some time to talk about this illustration and my own path as an artist. I'm making this illustration for one of my D&D players. Ralo Withreveth, Ralo for short, is a former member of the Gilded Glove, a thieves guild in my world. He was betrayed by his leader and sold out to a crime lord and kicked out of his hometown. Seeking redemption and a new path in life, he was chosen by the Waymaster, god of paths, fate, and cunning, to be his champion and prove humanity's right to live free from godly influence. The Waymaster is one of those gods I enjoy creating the most because it represents my own experience. As a kid, art was basically the only thing I did that gave me a sense of direction. I wanted to create manga and anime, and it gave me the drive to learn to create. Then life happened. I got burned out for a year, and then slowed down, and I needed to really start thinking about a realistic way to live in the future. I got accepted to art school, but of course it's expensive, so I decided on engineering because of the typical reasons: challenging myself, the pay, and to make my parents proud. Stuff with school came up, and the only way to continue college was ultimately to change my major to digital design. So now I can work on my creative passions without being stretched too thin. I feel you guys. We all know life isn't supposed to be easy. Some days I have a direction, and the next I have to rethink everything. But life goes on, and I know that when I look back, I want my life to show how dedicated I was to my dream. Personal projects and community. Getting back into it, we can talk about the heart of our creative essence: personal projects. They represent the core of why we do art, to project what's in our head out into reality. Popular indie projects like Undertale or Tower of God may stem from creatives following their passions. If you want to go far, go together. That insight is extremely important for artists. Surrounding yourselves with supportive peers not only provides valuable feedback, but also keeps you motivated. There are tons of quality online communities where you can connect with people who are serious about their goals and better than you. Stay humble, don't get discouraged, and apply what your peers help you with. Conclusion. Finding your path and succeeding as an artist is different for everyone. It's your path. Success will look different for everyone. Only compare yourself to others when you seriously understand their path compared to your own. And even then, people achieve success on their own time and on their own terms. Define success in your own terms. Stay resilient and embrace change. Use AI as a tool, not a threat, and focus on your passion projects while connecting with like-minded people. Finding your path is not a one-and-done thing. Like with everything in life, It's the consistency and ability to adapt that determines your success. If you stay true to yourself and your creative vision, your path will become clear. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your path? Share it in the comments, and maybe we can help each other out. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.